Have you ever wondered about those who dream of a better life versus those who create it? Are you waiting to accomplish your dreams and goals? Welcome to Create It Now with your hosts, Jonathan Stone and Dawn Elizabeth. For the next 60 minutes, we're going to put your dreams into motion and create it now. The phone lines are open at 731-1230. That's 731-1230 or toll free 1-866-820-5528. That's 1-866-820-KLAV. Now let's bring on the host and create it now. Here is Jonathan Stone and Dawn Elizabeth.
Hello and welcome to the Create It Now radio show with myself, Dawn Elizabeth, and Jonathan Stone. How are you today, Jonathan?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I hear you're on the go all this time.
I have been up since super early this morning and in meetings and conferences and just going, but making things happen, making a change.
Good. I like it.
Yes.
Very cool. Maybe you can share some stuff in the near future.
I would love to. Yeah, that we have a lot of exciting things going on.
Very cool.
Next week we're actually going out of town.
Yep.
And when we come back, we have a lot to share with people.
Yes.
About taking action and just making things happen.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, and we're also meeting with some of our past guests.
Yeah, this week we're meeting with some of our past guests to see what they're doing. Working a lot with the not-for-profits and what we can do to help the Create It Now show. And so we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep everybody, up on what's going on.
Yeah, so some of the past shows over the past few weeks that had different non-for-profits out here talking about what they do and what they need. Can listen to the archives of those on www.createitnowmedia.com. But then we're also going to find out where they're at and what we can do. And so to get our community of Create It Now listeners together and figure out what we can do to help them.
Right. And it's just so important to get the awareness out there for what you're doing and what kind of cause you have. And it was interesting because I've learned so much in the last few weeks. So many different ways of support. And there's different things out there to help you and help people that we're just not aware of.
Right. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't know what you don't know, so you need to get that awareness out there so more people can find out what there is, whether it's themselves who needs the help or somebody else that they know. Right.
And one thing which was great, was Suzanne Mercado coming in, who's in branding, taught us some tricks and stuff that we can share and pass on with some of our past guests. Yeah,
that's a huge help because that's what keeps you in the eye of anybody. Is if you have a good brand behind it, it's easier to remember. Just like a good tagline or a good visual, it's easier to remember those things.
Exactly. Well, I was actually talking to somebody today, and they were telling me, people decide to build a foundation for a house, but then they want to put a skyscraper up there and why it won't support. So how important it is to build that foundation, to know what you're doing and what you're going after.
Your base to hold you up for the rest of it.
To keep you going.
It's a good analogy. I like that. Yeah, because otherwise, if you don't have that base, the correct base, it will crumble.
And just keep building it as you go. You have to have your foundation. You have to know where to start when you take action and what you want to create and what actually your focus is. You can add other things to those components, but what do you want to do? What is your mission? And we learned a lot about that, people's mission statements, how important it is knowing the cause that they want to go after and what they want to help and how they want to make change.
And then as you go, it's okay to find out other things that you could do and other ways to help. But you need to know that first, where you're starting.
Yeah, like I'm learning every day. I mean, since we've been doing this, I'm learning every single day about so many causes out there and so many uncauses, actually, that need to be, these voids that need to be filled and where we need to come and step in and help.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to really start focusing on that in the next coming up weeks.
Absolutely. It'll be fun. Busy, tiring, and fun.
Yes. But fun is good.
Yeah. So's tired. So's busy.
Yes, I'm tired today.
Fun is good.
Fun is good. I think everything should be fun. Work should be fun.
Absolutely. And it is. I enjoy it. Yeah. We have an in-studio guest today.
We do. Very
which
excited.
Which goes along with what we're talking about, supporting and helping others.
Right. He traveled a long distance to come all the way from L.A. to be with us.
I know, right? Very
Yes.
cool. That's going to be exciting. So after our break, we're going to talk with him and find out what he's doing in Las Vegas and thank him for stopping by and giving us some of his information about what
Some
he's doing out there.
insight.
Yes. You're listening to the Create It Now radio show. Don't forget to find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Dream It, Create It. And check out the website, www.createitnowmedia.com, and we'll be right back.
We're blowing it out at Gene Woods Racing Experience, Las Vegas's newest premier outdoor adrenaline-powered gasoline go-karting track with speeds in excess of 45 miles per hour if you've got the balls. We've got 2-for-1 Tuesdays, buy one and your friend rides free. We've got $5 off coupons, and remember, on your birthday, members ride free. And they get a free Gene Woods Racing Experience t-shirt, open Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. till 11. Saturday and Sunday, noon till 11. And we're located at 121 East Sunset Road in Las Vegas Boulevard at the Sports Center across from McCarran Airport. Come blow the doors off your competition at Gene Woods Racing Experience. Once you race here, you won't go anywhere else. Be there. Be there.
The best television isn't on television. It's on the internet. Log on to RealWisdomTV.com for thousands of hours of motivational and inspiring content. On demand, all the time. Unlike network television with its sex, drugs, and rock and roll, RealWisdomTV.com provides wellness, wealth, and wisdom. From how to read faster to creating greater wealth, RealWisdomTV.com is for you. The learning never stops, and neither does RealWisdomTV.com. Log on now to RealWisdomTV.com.
This is Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. Those of you that are listening, I encourage you to listen to Create It Now, because it will teach you how to live full and die empty, how to begin to manifest your greatness and make your mark.
Create It Now. Continues. Join the conversation at 702-731-1230 or email create@createitnowmedia.com. Here again, your hosts, Jonathan Stone and Dawn Elizabeth.
Hello, and welcome to the Create It Now radio show. Don't forget that we are on Facebook, Twitter, social media, you name it, we're there.
We're
Find
there
us.
all over the place.
Yes, absolutely, including the website, createitnowmedia.com. So today we have an in-studio guest, and Jonathan, why don't you get us started in introducing our guest?
I will do that. Well, all the way from Los Angeles, California, Robert Golden, who is a partner in Karma International, was actually out here for the CES convention and actually graced us with his presence to come and join and share what Karma International is.
Yeah,
Excellent. Welcome.
It's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much. So let's start off by talking about what Karma International is.
Well, Karma International is a private membership organization for successful entrepreneurs and executives who are looking to connect socially with other like-minded individuals, connect professionally, and also celebrate life and be able to give back to worthy causes in the process.
Nice.
Very nice. I
And-
like that.
And how long has Karma International been around?
For about 7 years.
Nice.
And is it everywhere or just LA? Like, is it anybody could join?
Yeah, we have, it is Karma International, so we have members that are all across the world as far as New Zealand and Australia, Europe, Canada, all across the country. A little over 60% of our members are in Southern California based.
All right. Nice. And so what brought you into Karma International?
Well, it's an interesting story.
Like,
I was in another field. I was using the resort business actually for about 12 years, and I had made my departure from that and coalesced with the time with one of my best friends, or one of my longest best friends I have is actually the current CEO of Karma International. And so as he found out that I was exiting that, he said, "Hey, you need to come help us grow the Karma brand and develop the membership component." And I was always a big fan of what they did, and I was already a member, and I was like, wow, this is sounds like just an amazing group of people to be associated with. It was like, what I looked at it was like if you could, out there when you're looking for the kind of people that you want to associate with.
Right.
It was like the cream of the crop.
Surround yourself
Yeah.
with really good people,
Yeah.
like-minded people.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like-minded. It not only was like-minded, fun, but really good-hearted people. It was the kind of people you want to surround yourself with.
Nice.
You know, they say if you surround yourself with the 5 people you're surrounded around with are the where your income is. It's the same. It's that idea. If you want to be at a certain level, start surrounding yourself with people at those levels.
Absolutely. It's all about always trying to not only elevate yourself, but elevate the people that are around you.
Absolutely. So did Karma International start to help, or was it always like a private club, but then to get people together to make change?
Well, yeah, I think it was, it was originally, Karma was originally founded because they saw there was really nothing quite like it out there. There wasn't, there's charity components and kind of the typical chicken dinner charity events. And there was networking, and there was networking groups, but that was like bring your business cards and see how many hands you could shake, and
Right.
and then there was exclusive events that are out there, but there's nothing that really kind of combined all of it, bringing it together. And so they saw a need of kind of doing some really amazing, one of a kind, high production value events. I mean, those kind of things where you go, wow, that was amazing, and some. A little more targeted networking, and combine that with charity and fun, and that's kind of how Karma was born.
So more exclusive chicken dinner meals.
No chicken dinner at all. Yeah. We
great.
kind of turned that on its ear somewhat, and so all my partners have high-end event production backgrounds, and kind of combine that with the passion to connect amazing people and do it with a good heart and have a lot of fun. We like to celebrate life, and
That's great.
Who doesn't?
That's great. Now, so do you guys sort out organizations you want to help, or do people more come to you and say, look, we want to do this event?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I mean, generally how most our portion of our philanthropy component happens is we produce some amazing fun events, and we usually select worthy causes to benefit, be the charity beneficiary of that particular event. But now, to kind of answer your question, how do we get in contact with those? Most of the charities that we work with have been recommended by our members.
Right.
Our members are very involved in philanthropies, have either started their own, sitting on the boards, very active in that kind of component of society, and so a lot of them have been referred to us through that. And they go through a very stringent kind of vetting process.
Right.
Because as you're probably aware, there are lots of
causes,
philanthropies and causes. And I'd probably say most of them really have their heart in the right place. But we look for ones that are very efficient and very effective in their model. So that way, if we're helping them along, that's, it's really making the biggest impact possible.
Right. So it's basically not a bake sale kind of not-for-profit. You're looking for somebody who has a not-for-profit that is set up kind of like a corporation as an actual business.
Yeah. They have to, just one of the things that we look for, they have to be very effective and very efficient in their model, meaning that the dollars donated, almost all of it is going to, meaning they have like 0 to 10% in expenses, and everything else is going to direct impact into the cause. Otherwise, they really wouldn't qualify for us to work with. But and we've come across some that didn't quite qualify, and then we've been able to kind of assist them and help them kind of elevate themselves and get to that level.
Right. Well, we've been talking about that a lot, about the awareness, or how a lot of people don't understand, even though you have a not-for-profit, it still has to be run like a corporation. It has to be run as a business to maintain and to sustain.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and
that's so important.
So that's kind of cool that you guys do that too. So, plus, because of all your members, they probably have knowledge in so many different backgrounds that they can all help. It's almost like a major mastermind group.
100%. 100%.
That's great.
Absolutely. I have kind of a saying that's through the membership of Karma, people themselves become more effective and more efficient in all areas of their life, because it's like, there's somebody who's right next to you who's been there, done that, or knows the person you need to talk to. And everyone kind of can not only help each other, but help the causes that they care about the most.
That's great. And it's a good way to share. Mm-hmm. Because there's, again, when we talk about bringing awareness to something, so something might be very close to somebody's heart, and they don't really know where to go. But when you're sitting around with a whole bunch of like-minded people that want to make change, and you go, you know what, this is important to me, because I'm sure everybody becomes really good friends as well. It becomes like a team, like a family almost, like the Karma family.
Those are. I think you took words right. Have we talked about this before? No. Yeah. No, we absolutely talk about our members as it's a family, 100%, and it goes way beyond what you can do for me and all that, and just having fun. It really becomes our, through our membership, the kind of relationships that are created, or the kind of the people that you want to hang out with and do things with socially, actively, as friends, and it goes way beyond just our organization. So you kind of see that tight-knit family kind of happen. Is amazing, and it's fun. It's the kind of the passion that keeps fueling us to continue
going.
Doing what we're doing.
Right. Now, do you guys just, besides when you guys are doing an event, do you have other like get-togethers to discuss what you're going to do for the year, what other members want or see, or is it, okay, here's an event, just show up? Or are the members active in that?
The active. Our members are active as they would like to be.
So they have a choice.
They get to choose.
Absolutely. I mean, some of our members are so unbelievably busy and running major corporations, and so they might not be as active as some of our other members. But we start out the year with which will be in February, what we call our annual Karma Summit, which was some like high-powered business speakers and motivational stuff, and then we also talk about kind of the plan for the year, and also engage our members in the things that they're looking for. We do surveys to get feedback of kind of what people liked and what they would like to see more of. And so it's a very engaging process in creating a kind of really fun, very diverse type of events that we do.
Right. How many members do you think you have approximately?
We've kept it very, very, very exclusive. It's invite only. There's an application and interview process to qualify. But right now we have a little over 200 members.
Okay, wow, it is really exclusive.
Yeah, it's very exclusive group.
Nice. But you got to kind of have a smaller group in order to keep that family feel and keeping everybody involved.
100%. We've never set out to, grow by 1,000 members, tomorrow.
Right.
And it's about adding the right people to the group. And it's, 70% of our applicants really never make it to the interview process, and because it's really important for us to know that their hearts is genuine and in the right place, and they're really a well-rounded individual of what our company represents.
Right, and for having 200 members, you throw some huge events too. Like, how many people have shown up at some of your events? I think people are going to be shocked about this.
Oh yeah, some of our events are between 1,500 to 2,200 people.
Nice.
And they're ultra exclusive, ultra fun, and they're one of a kind.
Right.
Words can't even describe what they're like.
Right. You have to be there to see it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was about 2 years ago, National Geographic did a show called Party Like, and one of our business partners was featured on that, and they were comparing the best parties in the history of the world of all time compared to their today's day and age equivalent. And it was a 3-part series, and 2 of the events were in comparison to the parties that we throw.
Nice.
So 2 of the 3 were, our best events.
So what was one of your favorite events?
One of my favorite events is our Halloween event, and last year it was, it's just absolutely made people go so all out in the costumes, and we go all out on the production, and it's something like people travel all around the world just to attend this event. I mean, from all over.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And do most of your major events, do they have a charitable side?
Yes, not 100% exclusive to everyone, but most of our events we had
your larger events.
Yeah, our larger events have a philanthropy component to it, so that way any ticket sales that we're doing, a portion is going to to that charity.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you have any charities that you're very fond of?
Personally, I love all charities that really have to do with helping out children grow. A lot of our members have been involved with Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Right.
The kind of impact that they have is really amazing out on the community. We've done a lot with Generation Rescue, which helps families with suffering from autism and spectrum disorders. To Star Education, which is a big organization in Los Angeles that has done some amazing things with after-school programs for children. And, and then we've even to some larger ones like the V Foundation, which is cancer research that has just really done some amazing things. And what's amazing about them is they run with a 0 expense ratio.
That's
so,
great.
I mean, 100% of the dollars donated are going to their mission and cause.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I really like about this Karma International, it's also like a mentoring program, too. I mean, if you need advice, you have people, like I said, in all different fields that are there to talk to you and to help you out.
Absolutely. That's kind of like the real huge benefit of that membership. When you kind of connect socially with some really great people, you want to help the people that you know. And so it's kind of like some of the best connections in your life have really probably happened from people you just kind of connected with.
Right.
And it wasn't you had an agenda to go out and
right, exactly.
I'm trying to make this deal happen.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
let me see how many hands I can shake, and and just spreading it everywhere. It's about the quality of connections, and that's really kind of really surmises what Karma is really all about. It's just about being genuine and reaching out to people and creating the true relationships, because that's where some of the biggest things in your life will grow from.
No, I agree. I completely agree. Because, you go to so many networking events or people invite you to these high-end things, but basically everybody's trying to hit you up for something. Everybody wants something. It's like, yeah, come to this event. It's great. It's all about business. But at the end of the day, it's like, what can you do for me? What can you do for me?
Yeah, that's so opposite of what our
Right,
events
which
are like.
we really like.
Yeah,
It's
in
opposite
fact,
mentality.
most people who are kind of new members and they start attending some of their first events, that's the things that they always say. They're like, wow, I had no idea it was just so people were so giving and just so cool and hospitable. They were imagining that you're talking about higher end successful people, and they're thinking of like a typical image, especially in Los Angeles, where people are have a certain attitude about themselves,
Right.
and they're like, wow, just everyone was just such a family and just giving.
They were nice.
and nice.
Yes.
I was like, wow. Yeah.
That's good.
It's and that's really kind of just what makes me so excited about what I do is being able to be part of connecting all these amazing people and developing that and doing a little good in the world at the same time and celebrating life. It's like hitting all the things that I care about the most.
Right. So what's your next event that you have coming up?
Our next events are mainly what we call our social events. Like we have a member-hosted social event, Beachside in San Diego, coming up on
Nice.
January 18th, and then we have a variety of what we call member meetups that are starting in Orange County tomorrow, and Los Angeles the following Thursday, and San Diego on the following Thursday, where it's an opportunity for the members just to connect real quick and share some stories, catch up, and connect on a regular basis. And those things happen on a monthly basis, as well as we have 2 to 5 other social events that happen monthly that our members participate in. Everything from mansion socials and yachting events and
Right.
what we do, Karma Fun Days. So it's like, again, it's a family. You do a variety of really interesting, fascinating things and kind of giving access to some really cool stuff. Last year, our members had some really exclusive access to like the ESPY Awards and the Academy Awards and a lot of other
Right.
kind of fun stuff. So
Oh, very
So how many
cool.
people are part of Karma? Not, actual people that work for Karma. Like, how big is your team?
oh, the team.
Because you guys put on large events, so it's
Yeah. Well, obviously we kind of swell up when we do larger events, but as far as permanent people of the team, our team is usually like about just around 10 people.
that's good.
Yeah. So it's a tight knit, and that's kind of exciting too. Is our team itself and the partners and everyone involved with. We are a family, and we're all real close friends, and really care about about what we do and each other, and I think it shows in what we do.
Are there any activities that you are hoping Karma will do in the future? Any for those fun days?
Oh gosh, we've done so many fun things. I can tell you one I personally don't want to do again 'cause I'm claustrophobic. But the other year we did a squadron event where we took a bunch of members up in nostalgic B-52 bombers, flew them from L.A. to Las Vegas, and then here in Las Vegas they got in fighter jets and did barrel rolls and pulling G's, and it looked so fun and most amazing pictures. But I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to get it on.
There you go. Half of them got sick.
Yeah, this last year was the first time I went skydiving, and that was just an amazing experience. I highly recommend it to everyone.
Very nice.
So you have to have good karma to join. Or else
Yes,
it's like that
exactly.
falling down and bleeding thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do.
You build good karma
Exactly.
as being a member.
Actually, one upcoming one we're looking, I'm looking forward to in May, where one of our members is an expert rock climber, and he's doing kind of like a basic rock climbing experience for members out in the Malibu canyons. and that's something I've always been fascinated with, and I've always been interested in trying out. And so, and that's kind of the neat thing. A lot of our members lend their experience and expertise to the other members, and for not only experiences and knowledge, and so it's a lot of fun.
Well, you get to create a community and to share, in your passions.
Yeah, when you can have a kind of a family that's sharing, and whether it's you're looking for mentors or that kind of community feel, and you'll find that here.
Very nice. Excellent. Well, thank you. We do have to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a few short minutes. You're listening to the Create It Now radio show. Don't forget to find us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll be right back.
Ben Bella Books is a publishing boutique that aims to be the publisher of choice for a select group of authors. Authors who value personal attention, a partnership philosophy, flexibility, and a creative approach to marketing. Ben Bella Books is a fast-growing, market-focused publishing house whose success is based on a few simple principles. They select their titles with care. They provide their authors with first-class service and partnership. And they provide aggressive, creative marketing for each title they publish. Find out more at benbellabooks.com. benbellabooks.com. And if you're a reader, check out the many great titles available at benbellabooks.com.
It's an idea whose time has come. Full Circle Couture is the fashionable way to exchange and recycle clothing. Full Circle Couture sells all kinds of new and gently used clothing and accessories. They accept donations and exchanges for in-store credit. And Full Circle Couture donates the items they can't use to local charities. We support teachers through discounts and donations. Come to donate, stay to shop. Full Circle Couture at 9440 West Sahara, Suite 170, just west of Fort Apache. Find out more at fccfullcirclecouture.com. That's FCC Full Circle Couture, COUTURE.com.
Hey, this is Danny Vegas, and let me tell you something. When you're ready to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to tune in to my friends at Create It Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I said, quit dreaming and start doing.
Those who can, do. This is Create It Now. Join the conversation at 702-731-1230 or email create@createitnowmedia.com. Here again, your hosts, Jonathan Stone and Dawn Elizabeth.
Hello and welcome back to the Create It Now radio show. If you're just tuning in with us, we're having a great conversation with Robert Golden of the Karma International. He's director of membership over there, and Karma International is a great organization, awesome group of people.
Sounds like it, right?
Yeah, it sounds like so much fun. It's very exciting, and I'm kind of interested to get to know a little bit more about Robert himself.
I agree.
So let's ask him some more personal questions.
Okay.
Let's put him on the spot.
I think we should. So, Robert, now you're at your dream job and something that you love to do and making change and making a difference, but there had to be a journey prior to this. So what other fields were you in before, and what brought you to where you are now?
Yeah, I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always known that I was going to take a different path than what kind of most people do. And so, during college, I had a small business, and out of college started a retail store, and then figured out real quick I didn't like retail.
Well, did you hear about Macy's today, laying off 2,500 people?
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing.
25 right after the holidays.
It's a hard business.
Yeah. In fact, my first store was right next to Broadway in a mall, and they're not around anymore.
Yeah. Most of them are May Company, Robinson's May.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough thing.
It is.
But and I think sometimes your experience as you go through life, it's just being open, and then sometimes you realize it's actually good and healthy to realize the things that you don't want.
Right.
And because sometimes people talk about having a vision and picturing of exactly what you want. Well, I think some people out there, including myself at times, didn't know exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Or what it would look like, but I was clear on some of the things I didn't want.
Exactly. Well, we talk about that a lot. I can ask 1,000 people what they want in their life. Maybe 3 will answer. I can ask them what they don't want. They'll give me 20 million things what they don't want. So more people know what they don't want than what they do. So when you actually find that mix, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And so I've been everything from in the telecom industry in the 90s before that took a big dive, and with the tech explosion in 2000 or implosion really. And I've been in the resort business, the vacation resort business, which was a whole lot of fun and took me to a lot of places. I mean, I lived from L.A. to Las Vegas to South Carolina to Lake Tahoe to San Diego. So I lived in some really beautiful, fun places and met some amazing people. And but along the journey, there's been some of those times where you woke up and went, "Wow, what happened?"
Right.
Where's life going?
Yeah. So if you had setbacks, but I think it's just embracing life and put a smile on your face, and I think having a positive attitude and really have an attitude of gratitude. I think that's really important, because I think as bad as things can be sometimes, you have to always look for what's the silver lining in it. Because I think when I've looked back in my life, some of the things that were the worst things that ever happened in my life, a few months later, a year later, you look back and go, I am so glad that happened. That was the best thing that ever happened to me. And at the moment, your
the world is crushing, coming down on you.
And you're like, why me? And then, but later on, you can actually find, you can actually look back and see why it happened to you, because there was a lesson there that you learned. And I think as time goes on, if you're blessed enough to be open to it, you can move through those things faster.
Right.
And I think, I think that's, I kind of consider myself, I've always considered myself a lucky person, always being in the right place at the right time. And
you have good karma.
Yeah.
Sorry, just call back.
Exactly. And so I think it's just being opening to the blessings of life and
absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, you look back at some of those things that were in your life that were like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And you're like, seriously, that was it? It was like a little hiccup.
Right.
And then something else comes out. And you're like, oh, and here's another obstacle. And then you're like, what? Yeah. But we say every obstacle you hit, you get closer to your goal.
Yeah.
So you need to do that to find out what you really want to do and what you love.
I think it also builds character in the process too. And I'm a big believer of, personally for me, one of my things since I was a small child was I always knew that my character was one of the most important things that I could share with other people, and kind of the quality individual that I think. Even going back to my earliest memory of probably being about 5 years old, I really connected with that, the saying of do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. And I've always lived my life in that kind of fashion. And I think when you kind of give out, kind of what you give out is kind of what you get back.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's another thing that we always talk about. It's like you have a choice when you wake up in the morning to be positive or to be negative. You can get up and go, what, today's going to be a phenomenal day, and just create it. And make it happen.
Yeah, I think also a lesson that I learned in that, because I'm a big believer in that. But I think it's okay. It's important not to beat yourself up when you have that negative moment. Right. Because it'll all happen. Some people meet real positive people and they think, wow, how do they stay positive all the time, 100%? Well, they probably don't, but they'll probably have moments. But I think the trick is learning on how quickly you can move through that moment, have that emotion, and let it go, and then move on to brighter things.
And don't keep living in it. Don't keep living in the past. Move forward, as you said. Yeah. Just, keep pushing forward. And also, there's so many negative people. You meet somebody, and we talk about this a lot as well. It's like, how you doing? And like, oh, my God, let me tell you. And it's like, no. Everybody asks me how I'm doing. I usually try to say phenomenal or amazing. If I have a problem or something like that, I will take my time to deal with it, figure it out, but I'm not going to bring it on to other people. And I find a lot of people do that. They project onto other people.
Yeah, right. So someone told me once, and I can't remember who it was, or they said, when you're kind of dumping onto other people, they really don't want to hear about it, and usually they're happy for you.
Exactly. It's true.
That's pretty good.
Because you're sitting there going, I'm not you.
Yeah.
My life is actually
Well,
pretty good.
I mean, isn't that why people watch the reality TV shows? I mean, because there's
To
a
make
lot of
themselves-
crashing and burning on there, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so that we could feel better about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
huge part of that,
People-
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it's society. I mean, that's what it, well, you know, people, if that's what it takes for people to make them feel better about themselves, more power to them. Hopefully they will find it inside themselves to create,
Right.
you know, that feeling.
Yeah.
But
It's hard to do.
It
But,
is.
you know, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to
Well,
try it.
And I've always been a big believer, though, of that, you know, if you can be kind of the light and some of that positive energy for people, when you need it, someone's going to be there for you. And then what you put out is kind of what you get back. And you know, and it's not always the easiest thing to always do, but you know, if you know, living your life that way, I think I always have a smile on my face, and
Right.
you know, and it feels good.
Yeah.
It does. Like, who wants to be around energy vampires?
Well, yeah. Well, a smile can change your attitude or somebody else's attitude in a split second. Just by putting that smile on your face can help. I mean, it doesn't sound like it could, but if you're in a bad mood, try it. Just smile and see how it changes your feeling.
One of the things that you know, you think things pop in your head from things in the past, and this something I learned one time. I can't remember if I read it in a book or what. And at the time, I was in a sales organization, and I had read in a sales book. Probably was a Brian Tracy or something of that nature. And it was like, when you meet, the most powerful thing you can do when you meet somebody is look them right dead in the eyes. I mean, look really into them and smile. And it was something I started doing, and it just, to me, it had just the most amazing results of being able to connect and being real with people, because it's so rare for people to really look at you in your eyes. And it's something that I've always.
When I do that,
really
people think I'm
enjoyed.
a lunatic and run away. When I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah, I guess you got to be careful.
You got to be careful of that voice.
Like, what?
Yeah, see?
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't make eye
Yeah,
contact.
don't linger too long.
Exactly. The whole time you're like, blink, blink.
Blink, exactly. So throughout like all your different businesses, just different life experiences, has there been anybody that you've really looked up to, that you've learned from?
Well,
Besides us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You know, any mentors?
Absolutely. Well, I'd probably say my probably biggest mentors in my life, just as an example of the most genuine people and authentic people I've ever met, is my mom and dad. And Bob and Betty Ann Golden, they're just the most amazing, gracious people. They're like magnets, and people are attracted to hang around with them. And I feel blessed to be their son, and we have an amazing, close family, and my brother. And I think it's I think I'm one of the most blessed people on the planet to have amazing
awesome.
people like that.
They are great. I mean, we
Yeah.
know them personally, and actually, your dad was on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talked about gratitude, and we've traveled with them. So they
Yes.
are
Yes,
full of
they are
gratitude.
magnets.
Yes.
Happiness magnets.
They're happy and fun. They're just fun to
Yeah.
be around.
Even if you want like alone time, and you're like, hey, let's talk. There's like 50 other people waiting to come over. They just suck everybody in. All the positiveness.
They have the ability to make you feel like the most important person in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably huge with growing up, and for a self-esteem, for having, as a child grows up, to really feel that kind of love and attention can really change your outlook on life.
Absolutely, and I think it goes back to him. And every family has their moments. But the one thing that I've been blessed to always feel is that unconditional love within our family, and I think it's something that you wish that everyone gets a chance to experience.
Absolutely, we agree.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
Yeah, they're amazing. They are.
I
mean,
agree.
You know what? And the thing is, you can go to a party and it's completely dead, and here comes Bob and Betty Ann. And it's like, oh my God.
Right?
Their energy is just like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And everybody's taking pictures and just, you know.
Yeah, when they've been to some of our Karma events, they're everywhere they go, they're like rock stars.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants to get to know them.
Oh, I could see that. I bet they go there and they take all the attention in a good way.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
just people want to meet them. Well, because your dad, it just like loves to introduce people. It's not shy, and that's one thing you learned. I mean, to be able to do what you're doing, is you can't be shy. You got to go up there and be approachable.
Yeah,
And your parents are definitely approachable.
Yeah, I've always felt that I'm kind of a connector in many ways, and recognize amazing people and want to connect them with other amazing people that I know. And that's the reason why Karma is such a good fit, and it feels like I was made for this role and that. But it's something I've learned from my father, and I feel he's like the expert in that field. And, if I could just be even a fraction of as good at it as he is, then then I've had a big success.
Well, we will know when we look in our mailbox and see our Karma invitation.
You're right.
If not, we were going to call the Goldens.
There you go.
Be like, what did you do? What happened with Robert?
So what are some of the things that you haven't experienced in life yet that you want to?
Wow, that's an amazing question. That's a really good question. I think probably just more. There's a lot more places in the world that I like to see that I haven't experienced, and I feel very blessed. I've had a life filled with a lot of different experiences and different kinds of people, and so I don't feel like there's a big part missing in my life. But there's definitely places on this planet that I would like to see that I haven't seen yet. As you go through life, you keep on checking things off, and I've got a pretty long list.
Nice. So with the Karma Group, is there anything that you want to accomplish that if you could put them together? I mean, have you thought about any pet projects or not-for-profits or something that you want to do that you're like, because now you have this access to all these amazing people. Have you sat back yet and been like, you know what, let's try to make change? Or I know you're also really busy too, so if you haven't, that's okay. Not to put you on the spot, but is there any like passion that you have that you would like to see and go, hey, you know what, one day I want to do this with Karma?
Well, I think more kind of the vision of it for me is is for Karma to be literally something that successful entrepreneurs and executives strive and aspire to be a part of, because not just because of the connections and the fun, but because of the good that's done in the world, and then people, and my passion is to really bring it to kind of all parts in the world where it's a good fit. And so that's kind of not only developing what we do, here in Southern California, but really kind of start duplicating this process in some other areas.
Right.
And so that's kind of an exciting thing. That's kind of my pet project above and beyond kind of what I do on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, but bring the awareness to a higher level.
Nice.
Very cool. I like that. That's what we're all about.
Oh, just look at. Yeah, sorry, I gotta wake up. No, I thought we were going to commercial break. Sorry, my fault there.
Good job.
Dead air. Jonathan Stone, dead air moment.
That's all right. So would you like to go to a commercial break?
I think we should.
Well, before we do, though, really quickly, just give us the website for Karma International.
You can find information about Karma International at karmainternational.com, all spelled out.
Nice. Very easy. I like that. Thank you. So you're listening to the Create It Now radio show, and don't forget to check out the website, createitnowmedia.com, and we will be right back.
Hi, everyone. This is New Media Vegas, your Sin City webmasters in Las Vegas, Nevada.
More than just web design, complete integrated marketing with inspired innovations in delivery of your new media message, putting the groove and the backbeat back in your brand.
The hottest in design trends with the latest innovations in marketing techniques. Call New Media Vegas at 702-517-0184.
Or visit us online at www.newmediavegas.com. Don't forget to check out our online magazine, Sin City Presents, featuring business, technology, fashion, dining, and entertainment news.
702-517-0184. 702-517-0184.
Hey, it's Roxy from the 702 Rock Show, right here at VegasAllNetRadio.com. Listen to my show every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. to hear about local artists, musicians, fashion designers, and more right here in Las Vegas. So tune in every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. to hear me, Michelle Roxy Davis, right here at VANR on the 702 Rock Show.
You're listening to the Create It Now Radio Network. This is Larry Benet, the Connector. Invest in your network, and the network will invest back into helping you. The more connection currency you create, the faster you get whatever you want in business and life. You're listening to the Create It Now Radio Network.
Welcome back to Create It Now. Join the conversation at 702-731-1230 or email create@createitnowmedia.com. Here again, your hosts, Jonathan Stone and Dawn Elizabeth.
Hello and welcome back to the Create It Now radio show. If you're just tuning in with us, we're having an amazing conversation with Robert Golden, Director of Membership at Karma International. And you can re-listen to the broadcast tonight at 11 p.m. on VegasAllNetRadio.com or find the archived version at www.createitnowmedia.com. And so, Robert, tell us one quick overview again of what Karma International is.
If you're a successful entrepreneur or executive who is looking to further connect with other like-minded people like yourself, people who are fun, like to celebrate life, like to give back, and like to celebrate life in a very social type of environments, then you should check us out. Way beyond pure professional networking, but that's absolutely part of it. Yeah. Not the primary reason why our members are part of it, because they're successful already. But the true connections, the real kind of deal, so to speak, happen from the friendships.
Right.
And so it's a well-rounded organization. And you can check out all the details of features and benefits of our membership on our website, which is karmainternational.com. You can also apply for membership online, but definitely look for it. It's not for everybody. But it's an amazing group of individuals, and if you're looking to connect, it's worth checking out.
And tell us your Facebook site so people can see pictures of events and where they can see what's going on.
Definitely check out our Facebook page, which is Karma International on Facebook, and also we have a Twitter account, which is Karma. That one's the abbreviation of INTL.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have to spell it all out.
Yeah, like our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter, and we do a lot of variety.
See what happy fun people are doing.
Absolutely,
keep track,
nice.
See what they're doing.
We definitely have a saying: once you become a Karma member, your life will never be the same.
I like that. Yeah, and then also too through our Facebook page, we can also get people connected to it. We are connected over to Karma International Facebook and websites, so. Be
Very
easy
nice.
to find.
Fantastic.
And that's for everywhere. Since it's international, you could be located anywhere. It doesn't have to just be on the West Coast. You can be anywhere.
That is correct. Yeah, we do have members all across the country, internationally, and Las Vegas, Southern California, all over.
Do you think you'll eventually get into like chapter organizations, like a Karma in New York? One in, major city, just chapters of people.
Yeah, we already kind of have a L.A., Orange County, San Diego chapter, so to speak, and it looks like probably sometime this year we're looking probably to bring on like Miami, Chicago, and a few
major
other
metropolitan cities.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Nice.
Today I was meeting with one of our members here and having lunch and discussing the prospects of kind of getting something a little bit more organized on a regular basis in the Las Vegas area. And
nice.
So we're always expanding and having fun and doing some amazing stuff.
Very cool. I love it.
So do the Karma members have a website that they go to find out what's going on, or is it like newsletters or emails?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. When someone becomes a Karma member, they get private login credentials to our website where they can go into the private area. We built a private social network where members can view other members' profiles, see what they're all about, their interest, hobbies, and also search by keywords. So if someone was looking for another member that was into venture capital or technology or have an interest in scuba diving or aviation, they can search by keywords and pull that member up and message them in the system.
Right.
They can find out all about the philanthropies we're involved with. They can also find out about all the calendar of events and RSVP for upcoming events right in the system.
Very
Okay.
cool.
And that's what I was asking about chapter members. We could say somebody's in New York, and they can be like, hey, I'm coming out to L.A., what's going on, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, all of the members have access to all of the events, no matter where they're at, and are notified it. But actually, that's kind of a cool thing, too, and our members take advantage of is they've met someone in an event that lives in another area or find them within our social network. They can reach out to them and say, hey, I'm going to be in Miami next week. Hey,
Exactly.
what's going on? Let's connect, And so just having that kind of... knowing that someone's part of Karma, they already kind of know what that individual is like, the quality and character, and so it's this amazing connections that way.
No, that's great. Well, just like when you came out here to Vegas, just reaching out to people, and then another Karma member was here, and you guys get to have lunch, share stories, and then with having 200 people, what I think is really great about that, you guys can really build upon. You can listen to the needs of what other people want. Instead of just being like, okay, there's tens of thousands of members, this is what we're doing, this is the regimen. If one person's like, hey, you know what I'd really like to see implemented in Karma, you guys listen. And that's very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the stuff that who we are today has come from just the feedback from members. And so it's definitely all about listening to what your members want and having a community. And we have a real tight community family called Karma.
Nice. I have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm loving that name. I have to
Exactly.
say, I think it's a perfect name for it. It totally gets me every time you say it. I'm like, yeah, it's exactly what it is. I love it.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you in your tight schedule being here in Vegas, coming in, being in the studio with us.
Well, thank you. It's been an honor here to be with you all. You guys are doing some great things, and I'm definitely humbled to be here and appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Anytime. You're more than welcome to come back. And we'll be in LA next week, so we'll probably look up some Karma stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get together.
Definitely.
And one more time, again, just let us know how people can check out Karma International again.
Best places check out our website at karmainternational.com. And you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter as well.
Very cool. And then we can also re-listen to this broadcast on VegasAllNetRadio.com tonight at 11 p.m. And you can find the archive version at www.createitnowmedia.com if you missed any of today's conversation with Robert Golden.
Yes.
And
my live faux pas.
Yes.
I thought we were going to commercial. See,
It's
that's
all right.
that's the best part about live radio.
Yeah.
You're like, huh?
Yep.
Everyone's looking at me.
There's no cuts. You can't
Can't
start
edit
over.
this.
Yeah.
No do-over.
Doesn't work that way. But hey, that's life. We all make mistakes. Move on from them, right?
That's live
That's
radio.
how it goes. Yes.
That's why we do this.
Absolutely. And we broadcast every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. No.
Tuesday.
Wow. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
There's something in the water here.
Seriously.
Are you guys sure you know where you're at today?
Exactly.
You can't remember what day the show
I
is,
know.
and he hasn't had any sleep or food for 2 days.
Exactly.
I mean, Don, take him out and get him some dinner. Do something.
Man, I don't know. We'll see. We'll think about that. If we do well for the remainder of this show, we can do that. All right. So every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and all the rebroadcasts on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Jonathan, you jetting off to another meeting after this?
I possibly am. I'm exhausted. I'm meetinged out.
You can do it,
because
though.
CES is in town.
Yes, CES is here, and lots of people are in town this week. So catching up is fun, and being able to really get business done. It's kind of nice when they're here in town, so it's less traveling for us.
But it does seem like they stay at the hotel, so you still have to go to them.
That's true.
And then come back, and then go back.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true. But I think you can.
But it's
handle
well
it.
worth it.
Yes, agreed. I'm trying not to say the word right. Can you tell?
Yeah. Because
we got in trouble a couple weeks ago because we always say the word right. Right.
I know. Other engineer said he's going to take a shot every time we say the word right. And he was actually talking like we were.
I think that's what our problem
That's all
was
right.
today.
I say man a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Man a lot?
In the racing world, it's man.
Man.
Oh.
Maybe I'll
There you
switch
go.
over to that.
You try correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
correct.
We do that. Correct.
Yes.
Agreed.
Well, thank you to listening
Indeed.
to the Create It Now radio show. Don't forget to check us out tomorrow, same time, same place. And dream big, take action, create it now.
Have a great day.